Hello, my name is Melvin Rodriguez, and it's March 15th, 2024, and this is my Pick a Lane Think About Genre presentation. So, for my genre, I chose Salsa Neo Soul Fusion, which represents a modern interpretation of classic soul music, traditions of the 60s and 70s, while incorporating modern production techniques and influences from other genres. One of the reasons why I chose this genre is because of my Latin heritage. I grew up with this kind of music, parents playing music every weekend, getting down with friends and families, cousins. We were all musicians, just growing up in that atmosphere. So my source track for this cover is Just the Two of Us by Bill Withers and Grover Washington. The genre for Just the Two of Us can be described as soul, jazz, and rhythm and blues. While I'm listening to the song, I immediately heard salsa right behind it. This is in 4/4. I'm going to be changing it from the 4/4 to the compound meter of 5/4, possibly 6/8 as well. Just really depending on how the project starts to unveil in the upcoming weeks. So what is it? What is salsa, neo, soul fusion? So the mix of salsa, funk, jazz, neo. So salsa is mostly easily defined by its rhythm and based on the Latin beat called the clave. The beat is maintained by various percussion instruments, including wooden sticks, also called claves, which trade rhythms with the vocalist. Salsa is lively, upbeat, and danceable, adding a little sauce and spice to your life. Soul. So we have catchy rhythms, which is a very important feature in soul music. One of the other characteristics are the call and response between the lead vocalist and the chorus. And also sometimes with the music, right? It can be with the keys. It can be with the guitar. But you're gonna hear this tense vocal sound that the artist brings to the table, which makes it so. The style also occasionally uses improvisational additions, twirls, and auxiliary sounds, which ties everything together. So I believe the defining features of the salsa fusion neo soul is going to be kind of all of the above, since it is a fusion. But we're going to be able to find the call and response, the breaking textures, time signature shifts. Not so much of pedal tones, but definitely I am interested in experimenting this cover. So as far as the instrumentation, we're going to see some congas, bongos, timbales, drums, clave, guitar, bass, and piano, and possibly some pads, some sort of strings with pads. Rhythms, we're going to have some syncopated rhythms, some moderate claves in there. As far as harmony, we're going to have these complex chord voicings, the Afro-Cuban structure. Monturno is going to be either between that monturno and that tumbao from salsa, and of course the jazz substituted chords. So for this example, we can see here Roy playing his lead guitar here with that neo soul melodic fusion. A nice solo that we're also going to be experimenting in and adding to our cover. The next couple examples that I am going to show you is going to be something that I do want to fuse together and make it feel cohesive to the genre that I've been able to pick. And we will see that later on in example number 3. Let's listen. So this example by Jake Fine, his example of neo soul. We can see all these open chord voicings, smooth voicings, and transitions. Nice chords that kind of are very mellow and soothing, which we'll be definitely be hearing a lot in that neo soul. So incorporating this style and having some of that filtered in with some of the salsa rhythms, I think is going to go very well and hand in hand. Now for example number 3, we're going to hear kind of that fusion between that funk salsa feel. So definitely there's a prime example where you can hear that 4/4 solid foundation, but incorporating some of that jazz feel, that those kicks that kind of make it feel a little bit more funk on the funky side. Is something that I'm incorporating into my cover. Now there is a kind of a backbeat or a feel. Again, even though it's a solid 4/4, by the syncopated rhythms of the congas, sometimes it makes it sound like a 6/8. But that time shift is going to be something very interesting, and I'm looking forward to as well. Now for my example and my cover for the first 16 bars, we're going to see the first 8 bars is going to be instrumental, and then we'll get into the chorus, just because I did change the arrangement and the positioning of the verses as well. Let's listen. So definitely able to see that there, and listening to my project, I can't wait to see what it actually unveils.